Thank you for joining us here for day 24 of the Inktober Zentangle Challenge. And as we start, let me ask, have you ever encountered a tangle that didn't quite resonate with you and you weren't real certain how you could incorporate it into your drawing? Well, that's kind of how I felt as I looked at today's tangle pattern. But it's part of the challenge and we're going to make it work. We're going to figure out a way to put it into our layout and use it at least in a way that keeps the essence of the tangle in place. Let's get started. Now, as we start taking a look here at the details of this tangle, let me ask you, Gayle, you heard my introduction there where this tangle kind of seemed awkward for me at the beginning. How did you feel about it?
I kind of felt the same way, so I'm just going to follow your lead.
Oh, you're going to lay all the burden on me as we try to figure out what to do with it. Well, okay, that I accept the challenge. Let's see if we can come up with it. All right, so this tangle pattern is called Letterish by Jody Genovese. And Jody does some really neat work. And so this is not an insult to her, but I just found this tangle to be a little awkward and hard to find a place for. But let's at least look at how she suggests that we make it. So obviously you can orient your drawing in any direction, but in general she talks about creating a border in the step out and then dividing that border into vertical pieces, or dividing it vertically, and you can kind of do that however. It's supposed to be somewhat random. And then dividing that again in horizontal, or dividing it horizontally, which means we're drawing vertical lines. Now, it is difficult to be completely random or erratic with your drawings because the human brain doesn't work that way, and also there's limited ways that we can do this and keep it in this simple pattern. But once we have these divisions, the step out calls for us to make little strange marks or orbs or ovals and lines, whatever we think would look interesting. And those will be inked, and then we're also going to create roundings. They can be random or they can be purposeful, and I'll show you just a very uncareful version here. So we would ink all this in, and what happens is we end up creating shapes that look at a glance like letters, but they're not necessarily letters. At least that's the design of the step out. Now, I'm not doing this with any kind of thought or advanced planning here. I'm just kind of showing you how this tangle comes together. So we create these sections, we create center pieces or dividing lines or orbs or dots or whatever, and then we ink around that. Now, I'm not inking very carefully just to show you, but we would continue on with that process. And it doesn't have to look like anything, as I said. It's not an actual letter, but it gives the appearance at a glance of letters, and it creates kind of a playful, letterish, hence the name, looking piece. And you can do this, like I say, in any number of ways. I'm just showing you a random sample here, unplanned. And by doing this, you create an area that's got these different patterns, if you will. I don't know if it's technically a pattern since it's not necessarily repeatable in the same exact way, but it creates an element that will appear in your drawing and give these unusual appearances. Well, what I'm going to do in my drawing is use it to make some actual letters. So let me show you what I'm up to here. And then I'm going to simply create some random divisions. I'm going to do it with my pencil here just to show you my idea. Instead of dividing it again, like the Tangle step out calls for, I'm going to stop the divisions right there because I want to create a set of actual letters. They're going to spell out a word that's going to be relevant to the rest of my layout. So what I'm going to do, but I'm going to follow that same pattern, I'm going to create some of those internal areas. I'm going to do some of my roundings here. And you'll see how this comes together. So here's going to be an internal area again. A rounding. And again, I'm doing this with pencil only because of my own uncertainties with exactly how I might formulate this pattern. So here I'm going to do another one. And if I like how this turns out, then I just will ink that in. Now you can already see what I'm turning my letters into. I'm actually spelling the word boo. And I'm going to have an exclamation point right there. And then right over here, that's my inner piece. My outer piece, I'm going to have a little surprised looking face over here. So that will create my letterish pattern. I'm going to grab my pen and I'm going to continue and do the actual inking. So now we can just start inking this in. Well, there is my take on letterish as far as that basic pattern goes, applied in a little bit different way perhaps. But now that that's there, I can add some shading, just a little bit of graphite touches here to maybe give it some tonal qualities, and if possible to bring out some minor sense of dimensionality. I do think there could be a lot of fun with this tangle pattern in different contexts, but it was part of the challenge, as I said, and I was happy to incorporate it. Glad to try to find a simple but creative way to make use of it. So hopefully you'll find that helpful. Now, normally at this point is where we would bring Gayle's version over here and kind of compare the two for you, and we will still do that, but we have to shift gears for a moment because I've been informed that it is a legal requirement that we include at this point a special Toon Alert. Toon Alert is sounding. And speaking of Gayle, it is her least favorite creature in the world. We're going to be adding today a little spider character.
No, not the spider.
Yes, the spider.
Ew.
And a little spider web to go along with it. So let's take care of that before we end up with our side-by-side comparison. The little spider and his web are going to go up in this area. So what we're going to do, and we can start with a pencil again like we've done in the past, I'm going to have a little bit of a web coming down. Hopefully you can see this okay. And we're going to come down a little ways here and draw kind of an oval shape, maybe with a little bit bigger on the belly side or the bottom side, if you will. And then we're going to do a couple ovals, good size ovals, kind of facing in opposite directions, at least pointing in the opposite directions here. And these are going to become the eyeballs of our goofy little spider. Since nobody likes a spider, we're going to try to make him a little bit friendly. And what we want to do is create a little bit of a goofy looking mouth there. And now we need to add some legs. And spiders have 27 legs, right? Now that's how it feels sometimes. But no, they have 8 legs. So we're going to do, you can do like a real spider where they have a couple legs that might be going back up, hanging on to the web, and then the other 3 on each side, or you can do all 4 pointing down. Let's kind of see how this comes out. I think that might work. And then as we ink him in, we're going to add just a few details to him and so on. But this is just a fun little spider. He's not meant to be mean or scary or anything like that. He's even got kind of a grin. But then I also wanted to add, corollary to this, a small spider web shooting out over here. And now if you're happy with that, you just grab your pen, start to ink this in. And as I've said, I'll repeat it. If you don't want the tunes in your drawing, please don't feel like you have to, obviously. I do this for those who enjoy it. I enjoy it. I think it's fun to create different kinds of things and not always the exact same kind of art. So it just gives us an opportunity to stretch our creative legs or wings or however you want to think of that and have a little fun. And now let's finish our spider web over here. Day 24, we've added Letterish Tangle, or at least a tangle pattern based on Letterish. We've added a Toon Alert spider and his little web there. And now we get to see what Gayle did with it. Let's take a look. Gayle, what do you got? All right. So talk us through it if you want, Gayle.
I put my boo in kind of where you did because I wanted it by my ghost, but I kind of didn't follow the rules. I just drew the letters.
You just did letter. Well, hey, there are no rules. That's the cool thing. You had fun doing it?
Yeah, it
okay,
was fun.
That's all that matters. And it fits nicely. I think it's in roughly the same place mine was, which you joked about following that. But yeah, I think it works. It's nicely layered too with your bat. Because you could do just the letter without the borders and the roundings, it looks like the bat is tucked in nicely behind there. So that turned out great. That's a good job.
Thank you.
And let's see, looks like you found a little bit different spot for your spider in the web.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
that's
I didn't
cool.
have a spot over there, so.
Again, you've done a great job creating a sense of depth by layering it behind your character, which I did not do. And your spider looks very similar, so that's great. You did little dot eyes instead of the big googly eyes like I did,
Yeah.
but that's totally fine. So now that we've seen that, let's compare side by side. So I'm going to zoom in so we can see this a little bit better. There we go. So we both did a very similar idea. Yours just, again, different placement, different size, but the same ideas. I like how we both just interpreted. And I knew you wouldn't go for the creepy hairy spider.
No,
no
no hair.
I knew you wouldn't do that. So nicely done on the web. I too added just a hint of shading. I don't think I covered that in the video, just or the step details that we did, but just a hint of graphite shading. And then let's look at your boo versus my boo. It's actually very similar. It's just the way we, whoops, I'm sorry. It's just the way we tucked it around the bat is a little different.
Yep.
That just brings us to the end here, folks. I hope that you've enjoyed following along. And we've got a few days left in this month, and we're going to knock one out each day. And hope that you are back to join with us and have fun adding to your own drawings. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.